Hey guys, it's Cinci. I'm here with another video. I'm just going to kind of go over my roster in LOL with you as far as where it's at right now, and just kind of talk to you about a few things in the league and in the community and all that. But alright. As many of you know, LOL has started, and our other leagues we're working on getting those kicked off. I'm pretty sure they all have start dates. Speaking for Elite, the start date is September 12th, which is the 1-year anniversary of the site and the community. So we're excited about that and getting that going. It's going to be very nice. Very nice. Very nice. And we actually have a link to the Elite site now on the home page in LOL. So you'll see it there off to the right side on the home page. So feel free to check it out, even if you're not a member of it. As you can see right there from the screen, I got a trade I'm waiting to be approved on. It's approved on site, just waiting for it to be approved in game. It was actually submitted to me, but I, by mistake, declined it. Like a genius. I have a knack of messing some stuff up here in Madden, but it's all good. Getting into my roster, you see right there the Ginger, Andy Dalton. He will be the forerunner of the next Super Bowl winner. And right there you see my backup. Charlie Whitehurst was Bruce Kurtowski, but after the first preseason game, he absolutely tanked. And so I released him and signed Charlie Whitehurst. Whitehurst, he's not really great at anything, but he's not really bad at anything either. His deep throw, medium throw, and short throw accuracy, it's all in the 70s. So there is no strength, but there is no weakness. As you see from my running backs, starting back, it's supposedly been Jarvis Green Ellis, but he's not going to be. I'm going to be starting Scott right there. Got speed, and then whenever I need a little bit of power, I'll bring Jarvis Green in and Brian Leonard right there. One of the most underrated players in the game. Maybe I'm saying that because I'm a biased Bengals fan, but it is whatever. Daniel Hearn right there. The only reason he is on my roster is he is signed to a 4-year deal, as you can see right there. And when you release a guy on a 4-year deal, that's a cap hit. Trying to manage my roster, you know. So in cutting, I think I only have like a 10K cap hit, so I'm actually pretty proud of that. Chris Presley, fullback, great fullback. Well, he's not really great, but he's not bad. He's solid all around. He has no weakness. He can carry the ball and hang on to it. He can catch, but his main strength is blocking. And with the person I'll have as tight end, I don't really need a catching fullback, but you'll see that when we get to it. Right there, AJ Green needs no introduction. The man that claimed Revis Island for his own and renamed it AJ Island. Revis got nothing on AJ Green. And I think this game has given AJ Green a massive insult. His awareness rating, it's a joke. It should be a lot higher. Watch his highlights. Man knows what he's doing. Mohamed Sanu, a guy that most of you know nothing about, but he is a guy that will be carving up your defenses. Do you hear me? Mohamed Sanu, he's a rookie wide receiver. And I expect big things out of him. Most of you probably have never even heard of him, but check him out. He's a great wide receiver, being Bengals' number 2 wide receiver. As far as my number 3 wide receiver, I will be switching out Armand Bands and Brandon Tate in different situations. So mix them up. And then behind them, really, not one of them important. My tight end, Jeremy Shockley, my highest rated one. He will not be starting. Mainly have him be my number 2 tight end. My number 1, Jermaine Gresham. And then Orson Charles. He's the guy who I want as my number 2. But in the games I've played, he can be very inconsistent. And it's very annoying when you have someone who drops 5 balls in a row. So that's why I signed Jeremy Shockley. Shockley and Charles are both a little bit slow. I like my tight ends to be fast, obviously. Who doesn't? My line, I have a very solid line. Very solid line. I don't really have a want for anything on my line. I feel like I am set for the future in the franchise. Kevin Zeitler, Bengals #1 draft pick. People gave Bengals grief over drafting Zeitler. Everyone said they should have drafted David DeCastro. Where is DeCastro now? The only reason any of you know DeCastro's name is because he played with Andrew Luck. If there was no Luck, you would not know who DeCastro is. My defensive ends, Robert Gathers and Carlos Dunlap. Dunlap is beast. The man who ended C.J. Spiller in Madden 12. And my other ends, Michael Johnson, the only one that's relevant. Defensive tackle, Geno Atkins. Overall in the 90s and below them, you see a bunch of weak defensive tackles. They're not really weak. Domenico is rated in the high 80s, but because of the team I have set his overall drop to Pat Sims, another guy who's rated in the 80s but overall drop because of scheme. And if you're looking for a defensive tackle, I will trade you Pat Sims very cheap. I'm willing to listen to offers on Domenico. That's going to cost you a little bit more. Linebackers, Manny Lawson. He is not tradable, so don't ask. Middle linebackers, Ray Malaluga. He is not tradable, so don't ask. Danielle Bray, I picked him up to add depth to my linebacking corps. He is a great physical linebacker. Can tackle, has hit power, has speed. He lacks a little bit in coverage. I like linebackers that can cover. But honestly, I'm attracted to the physical aspects more than I am the coverage aspects. Gets me in trouble some, but oh well. Thomas Howard, my favorite linebacker. Don't ask. I'm not trading him to you. My corners, Old Man Clements. He may be slow, but if you know how to use your corners, speed really isn't that important. I plan to at least get one solid year out of Clemens before he goes into the cesspool of dead free agents. Leon Hall will be my number 2. Jason Allen will go down the depth chart because Drake Kirkpatrick will go up to my number 2 corner. Clemens will be free. Terrence Newman, I'll work him in on certain players because of his speed. Brandon Gee and that Freighter guy, the only reason they're on my roster is because of their contracts. I don't want to cap hit. Reggie Nelson. He has no weakness, but he's not great. There is nothing great about Reggie Nelson in this game. And truth is, I'm thinking about starting Robert Sands over him. In the action Sands has seen in preseason, he has been lighting it up. And I've been using Sands a lot in different games. And I really like him. So I'm going to try him out with my starters in my third preseason game against the Packers. And I'll see how things go. He may be my starter. And if he does, what does that mean for Reggie Nelson? I don't know. There may be a free safety on the market. I don't know. We'll see. Probably not because of his contract. Well, I don't know. Is Reggie Nelson in his contract here? I don't know. I'll look into it. Taylor Mays. You can address him by Taylor, I just ate your baby's Mays. He's beast. Mike Nugent, hometown kicker. Kevin Huber, hometown punter. So, yeah. That is my roster. And as we go through this stuff, guys, don't forget the training mode. You can get nice experience through training. But anyways, I am ready to advance. This is Cinci, and I am